Stop fighting with a world that has already happened. Most people try to change the shadow. They argue with circumstances. They resist what they see. They try to fix outcomes already in motion. But what if your environment is not a live event? What if it's a memory? What if what you're seeing today is simply yesterday's conviction, solidified? Once you understand that, you stop reacting and you start creating. When you look at a distant star, you're not seeing it as it is. You're seeing light that left years ago, in some cases, centuries. This star may no longer even exist, yet its image appears present. Your physical world operates similarly. Your 3D environment is delayed feedback. It is the echo of previous internal states. Your current bank account, historical data. Your current relationship dynamics, historical data. Your body, your opportunities, your patterns, and historical data for all of these. They are crystallized assumptions you once held consistently. They feel immediate, but they are not being created now. They were authored before. Here is where most people get trapped. The present feels vivid, solid, convincing. But what if it is simply a graveyard, a collection of dead thoughts still casting shadows? We treat solidified echoes as permanent structures. We say, this is my reality, but it is not. It is residue. And when you emotionally identify with residue, you resurrect it again and again and again. Reacting to what is reseeds the same future. You don't change the script by arguing with the screen. Every reaction is creative. When you panic about money, you reaffirm scarcity. When you resent someone, you reaffirm conflict. When you obsess over delay, you reaffirm absence. The world reflects conviction, not preference. So, how do you stop? You starve the echo. You withdraw emotional investment from current appearances. You stop arguing with historical data. Neurologically, this is powerful. Your brain does not perfectly distinguish between vivid imagination and sensory input. When you consistently return to preferred internal imagery, you begin overriding the old sensory dominance. The nervous system stabilizes around the new assumption, and the next memory begins forming. Creation does not happen in the future, it happens in assumption, right now, not by waiting, not by watching, but by being. Living in the end is not pretending, it is selecting causality before evidence. It is deciding the state internally while the external world finishes rendering the previous one. And something interesting happens when you truly grasp this. You relax. Because if the outer world is delayed, then today's lag says nothing about tomorrow's form. The shift is already mathematically seeded. You are not waiting for change, you are witnessing lag. Modern quantum discussions hint at something profound. Observation influences outcome, consciousness participates. When you observe from a new identity consistently, you begin clasping delay, not by force but by coherence. There is a simple daily protocol. When something undesirable appears, say internally, this is old. Do not fight it, do not analyze it, do not emotionally invest in it. Then return to your chosen end state. Feel it briefly, calmly, naturally. Repeat this consistently. You are no longer living in reaction, you are living in causation. Stop fighting with a world that has already happened. Stop trying to negotiate with shadows. Your surroundings are not judges, they are mirrors. And mirrors reflect the newest assumption once the old light fades. Treat the world gently, it is catching up to you. Let that settle.